Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Motherless Brooklyn. And this is written, directed, and starring Edward Norton, who does a pretty damn good job with all those things, and especially his performance as Lionel, who has these strange tics, and he's a helper for a private eye, played by Bruce Willis, who gets murdered. So if you're going into this movie wanting to watch you some Bruce Willis, be prepared that you get like 10 minutes of Bruce Willis, and then there's 2 hours and 15 minutes more of a movie. But Edward Norton, you could definitely tell this is a passion project, and it's like a new take on noir films and this crime drama and a mystery, and him really trying to figure out what happened to his friend. And Edward Norton gives a great performance in this film. Some of the other highlights, like Bruce Willis, in his short time in this film, doesn't do the greatest of jobs. And he's kind of just there. And it's just like, Bruce Willis does that a lot. But, like, Willem Dafoe's in this, and he brings a lot of energy. Bobby Cannavale's in this, has some scenes. But I feel like the one other performance that really stood out to me, and it's only for a few scenes, is Alec Baldwin. My favorite scene in this whole movie is a sit-down with him and Edward Norton, and the acting in that scene is A+ as hell, and I just absolutely loved it, and I ate it up. This film has a lot of twists and turns, it has a lot of mystery to it, and it has an engrossing story. It is long. This did not need to be 2 hours and 25 minutes, and really felt like they could have trimmed this up a bit and like reined it in, but Edward Norton really goes for it. And there's some great tension. There's some really good filmmaking in this film. There's one particular sequence with like a chase up like a fire escape ladder. And that whole sequence was really well shot and shot practically and in camera, and it looked great. Like it kind of gave some Hitchcock kind of vibes. It felt like an in-camera kind of Hitchcock chase. And I'm like, okay, I like this. I can see this really working. It felt straight out of like a Rear Window, or like they're running across the rooftops in Vertigo, and I really appreciated that. And Edward Norton gives a lot of passion, and like the music's great, the jazz really fits in with this, and this really just feels so noir-y. And if you really love film noir, go check this out, because it's like a love letter to film noir. And Edward Norton really gives it his all. It's a very interesting, different kind of performance for him. And I really enjoyed this film. I definitely enjoyed it more than it seemed like a lot of critics have been giving it, especially with it like a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, you know, Rotten Tomatoes isn't everything, but I did enjoy this film quite a bit. And I would recommend it. It's a little long in the tooth. It's almost 2.5 hours. There's a lot of long movies this year. But go check out Motherless Brooklyn. It's worth the time, it's worth the investment, and it's an intriguing story with great performances. But those are my thoughts on Motherless Brooklyn. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for supporting your Wasteland reviewer.